Hey everybody, my name is Richard Moore, Amped Equipment, Panther East, Black Cat Companies. First and foremost, I want to thank you for your interest and hopefully your purchase of the Patriot Jr. mobile foam dispensing cart. We're very proud of the unit, and just a quick overview. We started this project back in 2013 late. Went through a lot of the ups and downs and ins and outs of trying to really perfect the idea. In 2014 and 2015, basically we started polishing the unit and really getting to where it is today. And again, we're very proud of it, and we're very grateful for your interest and your support in this project, and hopefully this is something that you'll find will not only save you time, money, but a lot of aggravation and headaches. So I just want to go over a couple things with the Patriot Jr. that will be in the following video will be a lot more detail, how to and connections and stuff like that. But some of the highlights of the equipment that we developed with this with the Patriot Jr. Probably one of the main things in the systems, and probably one of the biggest troublesome pieces that with older systems and stuff like that, or the alternative, is the dispensing gun. This is the Patriot V manifold. Rooftop Equipment developed what they call the V manifold and really developed a beautiful piece of equipment that was very simple, easy to clean. And we took it a little bit step further with the Patriot, and we worked with Rooftop on this to actually do a dual valve system. The benefit for us on this is that our system, the Patriot Reactor, is that it likes to have equal pressures. And when we use a dual valve system, it allows it to actually open at the same time, and that way they don't get out of balance in the system, because it is sensitive that it'll actually shut itself down if the pressures in the reactor get way out of whack. So not allowing this to open at the same time and create an equal flow could adversely affect it'll actually reset itself. The other thing too about it is it allows for equal dispensing. If you're constantly opening one side of the valve, it's going to deplete one side of the system quicker. Nice valve system, has grease zerks, it has our custom colors on it. You can actually take the left side and move to the right side, so if you're lefty or righty, it's good. This tips are standard, you're used to the tips, you can get them anywhere, so it's the same static tip. I think a lot of the other features on it, lifting eyes, powder coat, forklift. The other big things that we're very excited about is fold-away handles, so it's easy to store, it's easy to load in a truck without handles getting in the way, potentially bending. We customized the reactor that we used, got rid of a lot of stuff. You got pressure gauges to help you out with diagnostics, and a very simple setup and connection idea. The other thing that we do not include with the system, but we highly recommend that you use a quality generator, Yamaha, Honda. These are circuit boards that run the reactors, so therefore it's important that you provide clean power. So we like the Yamahas, we use the Yamahas. Honda's a great one too, but this is an option for you. But we strongly recommend a high-end quality generator. That way you protect the circuit boards. It's very important on that end. The other thing that you'll be seeing come up with the video is we do have flat proof tires. One of the reasons we went with the 18x850s is for insulation. We don't want to create ridges in the insulation, so we actually went with a wide tire. These are all heavy-duty bearings, and they also are hub systems, so they're very nice tires. Everything on this system that we did, we tried to do to the best. 15 was a very good year for us, and we put out well over 50, 70 units of this system. Tried, true, very easy to diagnose, very simple to maintain. Your overnight breakdowns take 12 minutes. Lunch breaks take 3. You basically grease the gun, cap the vents, go to lunch. Basically the same idea overnight. Tops 12 minutes over the weekend. Overnight you can grease the gun, cap the vents, 3 minutes, you're out. Come back in the morning, change your tip, you're running. So we've expedited this. We try to make it as low maintenance as possible. With the reactor systems, you have a displacement pump. 3 minutes, I can have the whole pump in my hand. Very simple to do. If you should get a clog there, we run strainers on everything that are very easy to access, the filters on that. And if you do have a problem, we're here 24/7 effectively. And we can do a lot of walkthrough. If there is a problem, there's a diagnostic light system and everything else that really tells us what's going on if there is a problem. Other than that, thanks again for your support, and hopefully we see you on a job site soon. Okay, some of the features that I really want to kind of just highlight and how we got to where we got and how we put these things together is the reactors. One of the beautiful things about this reactor and what we did, and we modified it some, is that these run displacement pumps. So these are all piston type system, piston rod type systems. These are mechanically run motors that run both pistons at the same time. So what's good about that? Well, one thing is you get 1-to-1 ratio. So they're volume pumps. They pull volume in, push volume out. Pressures change a little bit depending on the product, but it's all going to be consistent. Very accessible. These are knock-on bottoms or what they call valve housings. Easy to knock off, easy to get to the lower ball. One pin drops the piston rod. Something that we can walk you through, but it's a very nice feature to have. The other nice feature that we have on here is the Y strainers. Very easy to access over here. This is actually a strainer, so when the fluid does come in, if there's some foreign material, dirt or something like that, it's easy to open this up, clean it out if that should be a problem. The other nice thing that we did when we did this is clear hosing. Not all these plastic drums are clear so you can see volume, but you can always see if you got fluid running through them. Also with this displacement pump, the way this system works is an external piping system, so you don't have to go internal and break the whole thing down like a car engine and open it up and get to all the lower ends. It's very simple to break it apart here, 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 and here. Hopefully you don't have to do that, but I can actually get it real tight. So if I break this hose down, I know that if it flows here and it's not going there, I know I have a problem in my hose. If it didn't come out here, I know I got to keep going backwards. Very simple system. Gauges tell me everything. Which side I'm having a problem with, pressures, whatnot, and what it does. Very great feature. So the other nice thing about the reactor unit is that it's a self-diagnostic system. So if there's something that's causing it to reset or shut out, you actually have a light system that will blink X amount of times, up to, I believe it's 7 times. And you count the blinks. You go over to how many blinks it is on this side, and it'll tell you what potentially could be wrong, whether it's out of balance, too high a pressure, different stuff on this side. Maybe it's a sensor unit. Not a whole lot to go wrong, but it's a very easy way that you can communicate with us, or you just something you might in the past say, hey, I got this going on, let me reset it, let me bleed. It does have a quick start setup too, which basically tells you how to bleed and spray or whatever you may be doing. And you'll be going into this a little more. They do tell you that you have different settings, different all the way from 0 to 10. Typically 10 is 2000 psi, and that's what you need to really atomize or run it through a fusion gun to get that atomization or full spray. We typically can run anywhere all the way down to 2 and probably keep most people walking at a very fast pace and really keep a few guys laying insulation or whatever they're doing on a very consistent, aggressive basis. We have run, I've had people run to 5. Sometimes temperature does play into that, but it's nice that it's variable. You can actually set it to what you're comfortable with and what you're doing at the time, which is very important. We can really run a guy. We can keep a guy slow when he's in smaller, slower areas, or less manned or something to that effect. The other nice feature that we have too, and we thought about a lot of things. Obviously, heat sometimes can come into play. So we have the ability to run heat bands around all these, or you can even run blankets. But we left a little space there, so if we did want to put your heat bands through, they don't get crushed or pinched, so they're very easy to do. So we can run our heat bands through here, which would be like this. Run them in there and plug them right into our generator, which sits on the machine. These are low amp heat bands, great for warming. And as most of you know, anytime you warm material, it always works better. So we highly recommend that too. One more feature that we allow is when you do your hoses, you can insulate them, hose heat, put your hoses through here, and then this becomes a heated, warmed hose. Great feature, so we can heat it from the beginning, we can keep it warm through the hose, right to where you're dispensing. Most of the time you probably don't need that, but it's always a nice feature to have.